Season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Orlando Wizards. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lawrence will throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 54 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, come on. Hey, smash Broncos!
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, it's an exciting time here in Central Florida for sure. Orlando's such a growing city, and now it's got a relocated NFL franchise to call home. And I know one group of people who are thrilled. That's the Madden developers right down the street. They're pumped. But truthfully, everyone in this city seems ready to support this team to the fullest. And even the players, everybody on down the line, ready to enjoy this Orlando experience. Richardson looking to throw this. Steps away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They run and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Hey, run! Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
30 left. Hey, kill.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, sure that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. ETN once more. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
This ain't right. All right, here we go.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Hey, lion. Take right open. Silver.
And they'll run with ETN. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
On third down, it's Richardson. Being chased out left. Oh, no. The first throw of his career is intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And out of bounds right around the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. and a great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Samson Ebukam. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Flush to his right. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0.
To kick off for the Jaguars.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. In motion is McKenzie. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Here is 3rd and 5. Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Etienne up the middle, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This is 2nd and 8. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
All right, let's go.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Hey, Lion.
A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll drop that underneath Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On the counter, Etienne. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Lawrence. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by McManus is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Watch it.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Check smash. Check smash. Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
On third down, here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. That one goes for 8 yards. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big Lion.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They run once more with Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Go, Champ. Go, Champ. Go.
Play action. Now Richardson out to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
4 seasons in the league, and even with the addition of the #1 overall pick to his defense last year, Allen remained the face of the Jaguars pass rush. Again, led his team with 7 sacks and a career-high 4 forced fumbles.
Here we go. Here we go.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Go, Reed. Go. Ready.
Richardson off the play fake. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Red on red.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Hey, go, go.
2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Richardson on 3rd and short. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Go.
Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Ready.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the 2nd half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
All right, let's go. 11. Red.
straight ahead, Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Hey, Lion,
Second
Lion.
and 7.
Big 13 heavy. Here we go.
Another tote for Etienne. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
13 loop.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion is McKenzie. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the official.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Call that a gain of 11. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Ready.
Richardson looking to throw this. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Right there, hurt. Ready?
Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson. Dancing to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week one.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week one, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw caught by Pierce. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Ready, set.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, check that. Street. Check.
In motion is McKenzie. Second down, another run with Taylor. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson working from the gun. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
On red.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kwity Paye. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Lawrence to throw. Slant complete to Etienne. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Richardson now on 2nd down. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Let's go now.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Go, Chap. Go, Chap.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And he's got Pierce. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for 28 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Ball sits on the 10, second and 5.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Ready, ready.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Taylor is in for a touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Richardson will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field is, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touch. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Hey, go, go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Lawrence will throw. Etienne bringing in another one. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Hey, lion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running out of the gun with Etienne. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Read it, 24. Read it, 54.
A handoff for Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Ready? Hey, Till. Big 13 heavy.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Jaguars, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Orlando, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.